In this episode, we begin our journey through the wastelands of BioMutant, so stick around. Hello, fellow dorks and dorkettes, and welcome to my side of the living room, actually. My name is Rob, and in this episode, yes, we are up from the laundry room in the living room, getting ready to play the new game, BioMutant. We're going to be playing the PS4 version of it, so my PS4 has been a workhorse over the years, so if you hear a sound in the background, that unfortunately is its fan. I so wanted to have the PS5 by now, but unfortunately we know how that is, that there's none to be found anywhere. So for now, we'll play on the PS4, and maybe one day we'll get lucky and get a PS5. But anyway, just to let you know, I'm going to be playing this unedited, warts and all, so we can see what kind of game this is, and have fun with it. I'm hoping to do a lot of exploring, a lot of end game work, just a lot of side missions, so we'll see how long this goes, and hopefully we have fun along the way. So let's hit start and see where we go. Now, we're going to be tackling the tutorial in this episode, and from what I hear, yeah, it's a long one. So unfortunately, this whole episode is probably going to be the first tutorial mission, and hopefully we just knock that out of the way in the first episode, and we can get on to the open world, free, fun world in the next episode. The Developer 101, or is it Experiment 101? Anyway, I understand it's only like 20 people, and it's amazing that 20 people could make a game like this. Uses the Unreal 4 engine. Let's skip this, we don't need any of that. Autosave feature. Like I said, warts and all, so here we go. Got the open cinematic. It looks beautiful. Looks like an old marine mine. Uh-oh.
How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. Welcome to BioMutant.
Go with medium. Okay, character creation.
Encode your DNA.
Primal is a nimble, developed anthropomorphic breed, a hybrid with a gene mutation making them nimble and dexterous at the cost of lesser developed intellect. Dumdin is the least developed anthropomorphic breed, a hybrid offshoot that compensates the lack of mental prowess with physical strength. Rex is an extraordinary developed anthropomorphic breed, a hybrid outcast with an even DNA strain making it apt for both physical and mental challenges. It's got good vitality but lower strength. Hyla is a regenerative developed anthropomorphic breed, a hybrid with a gene mutation making them extremely tough and resilient. Fit. The Fit breed is renowned for a highly evolved mind. Its genius is directly interlinked to the power of Ki, which amplifies their psychic output. Nice. Murgle. Murgle is the definition of idolized breed. Its evolutionary lineage has gone in a direction where form and appearance have dominated over function. It's very takes hits to its intellect. Form and appearance has dominated over function. I don't know what that means exactly. Oh, it gets luck and charisma. Yeah. I'm never one for charisma in games. Let's choose the Rex. Attributes. Define your character's starting attributes. To see more detailed explanations of what effects each attribute has, press the big button. Next.
Define your genetic
I want
structure.
him to have a little bit more strength and agility. We just center it there. Absolutely nothing bonus-wise. There we go. Strength and vitality, but down in agility, which is move speed. It's okay. We'll go with that.
Choose a genetic resilience.
We'll go with right down the middle for
Choose
the
your first style.
resistances. Customize fur, eh? Some neat ones. I kind of like that.
Pick your main color.
Let's just make it black.
Choose your detail color.
Black and white.
Pick a
Okay,
class.
so now we pick our class. Deadeye, Commando. Okay,
Commando.
Deadeye is a tricky,
Deadeye.
skillful rogue who's chosen a life outside of the law and society values.
Commando. Deadeye. Commando.
Sorry, I'm
Psycho.
seeing if it
Commando.
changes anything on the stat side. Commando is trained and operative. Okay, they got perfect
Deadeye.
reload. Your ranged weapons are reloaded instantly, and your next magazine is granted 20% damage. That's pretty cool.
Commando.
Commando is trained as an operative on an elite special operations force. Commandos are used to working in smaller teams. They get Fury. Ranged weapon attacks inflict 10% more damage to the target.
Psycho.
Freak. Psi-freaks are experimenting with psychic powers and mutations. They're usually outcasts on the fringe of society. You get Sparkball and Megamind. Saboteur. Saboteur is a cunning, skilled explorer trained to operate covertly in both suburbs and wilderness. You get Dual Wield and Hypergenetic. Your dodge energy cost is reduced by 20%. And Sentinel. You get Toughness. The Sentinel dedicate themselves to protect the house. Their dedication is for an organization as a whole, including supreme belief in their dogma. You get Toughness. Your base armor is increased by 10.
Deadeye.
I think I'm going to go with Deadeye.
Commando. Psi-freak. Saboteur.
I heard you can get
Deadeye.
the dual wield later, so I'm going to go with Deadeye.
Deadeye.
Okay, ready to start. That'll work. Okay, move. We know how to move around.
Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already
at a crossroads.
Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living. But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
Oh, I have to. Sorry. I have to go to
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the dark side of you. Your inner voice, to be precise. An echo of the balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
Can't believe you'd choose that thing over me. But I'll be here waiting for you when you have a change of heart.
That thing? I'm right here. Let me remind you, we're two halves of the same. With the difference being I'm the better half.
Better half. My way is both better and brighter. Light makes it easier to see the best end.
The best end is the one you decide yourself. And it seems we're headed in the right direction.
That's cool. Okay, which way should we go? Let's go left.
Guess left can be right sometimes. Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger.
Dude's big. Hairy. Yeah, I did it. Rapid Fury. Nice. Just like the opening cinematic. That's pretty neat. Cool.
Better make a run for it.
Run.
This is not the time nor place to end this story.
There we go. Title screen. BioMutant. That's pretty looking. So far, pretty good little tutorial. Like I said, I heard it's pretty long, so hang in there, folks. Come on, load quicker. There we go.
This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The Predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the Tree of Life started to die.
Move towards an enemy to target and melee attack. Aim the camera towards an enemy to target them with ranged attacks. To reload your ranged weapon, press R1. Key energy is used for dodging, using mutations, and performing special attacks. When you're out of key energy, you'll be unable to perform these actions. Your key energy regenerates both in and out of combat. Even dodging? Yikes. Take this, you old things. Loot. Sorry, just looking around, make sure I don't miss any loot or anything. Ooh. Nice. You found a weapon special effect. Add one. Attach it to your ranged weapon to give it extra damage type for as long as the ammo lasts. Some enemies have a resistance or weakness to different weapon special effects. Use them wisely. Let's equip it. Found a medical supply bag. Cool. You can use a bandage by holding the quick select menu input and selecting it. Up arrow. Okay. And the chain.
Just be glad there's a rope.
Hold on a second. What's this? Anything to loot in here? There is. Energy pack. Nice. Enemies.
The oil sludge is everywhere. To most, it only means death. but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways.
Yeah, parry. Ooh. Can I take your gun? Looting. Triangle. Okay, fair enough. Dandy candy. Nice. A dainty. Like sushi. I'm gonna guess that stuff's bad. We're not gonna go into that. Cool. I like his Ronin helmet. Gosh darn it. Oh, he's cool looking.
Right in the face.
Rockaboo. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. Dandy candy.
You should be able to use that.
Get out of the pump hub. Anything in this truck? Shielder. Some enemies carry large shields. You need to break the shield with melee attacks before you can deal damage to the enemy. Okay. Oh, shoot. Nice. Defeating enemies, completing quests will give you XP. Yeah, we know. We don't need to stick around for that part of the tutorial. We know. Like I said, this tutorial is apparently very long, so we're going to try to speed through it without missing anything.
Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight.
Old World Claw War.
That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy.
Boom!
Whoa!
That's cool. Cool.
It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it.
Oh my god, built in. Oh, that little grasshopper thing's your flashlight. That's cool. Yeah, I gotta love
The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you.
Oh, I'm missing. I like the Arkham Asylum, or Batman Arkham Asylum, like jumping from enemy to
Keep hammering.
There's a lot simpler. Bioblobs. You absorb a bioblob. These are points used to unlock mutations. You collect bioblobs by defeating morks and finding containers at various places in the world. You can use your bioblobs to unlock special powers at any time by accessing the mutations part of the menu. Nice. It's like BioE from the TMNT and Other Strangeness game. Anybody else got to drop anything? Guess not. Get out of Bunker 101. Yeah.
Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left
Like
behind
Wally?
that we know other arks traveled through the sky
humans
and
escaped
beyond.
Earth.
It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind.
Puzzles. Found a puzzle. They're scattered around. Yeah, we know puzzles. Switch which mode is selected. Use left. Rotate node L1, R1. Yeah, we get it. That was pretty easy.
There are few records of the chain of events that led to the
okay.
big apocalypse
This is what
eons
happened.
ago. But it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
Okay. Sweet and simple to the point.
The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Quite a shock to the system.
Whoops.
Let's try that again.
See, that's
Quite
what
a
gets
shock
me,
to
the
the system.
rotation. Gosh darn it. Like I said, warts and all.
Let's try that again.
Simple enough, I'm just getting my controls messed up. There we go.
There you go.
I was getting it confused with which direction, which button moved, so at least forgive me. Stun them. A stun enemy has stars circling above their head, and after hitting the enemy again, you can launch it up in the air by pressing L1.
The
How do you
wheeled
count?
one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out.
Yeah, we'll help him out. That's cool how he pulls it's off his sword. Get away from that dude.
That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives.
No, we get loot before backup arrives. Am I carrying anything? Oh, there we go. I love that little grasshopper thing. That's so cool. New friend and old friend. What do you got going on, dude?
Waiter, go to Hawaii.
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why.
Kotuvon ko kumvun konu ato wamawa.
He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up.
Satuatan pop kila.
He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed.
Muk bebuk.
So your character has a story, eh?
There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true.
Satuatan pop kila.
The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad.
Kobwa yak ulua ba bulua.
The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left.
Kobwa yak balu utulua.
It's a scar you're covering under that eye patch, isn't it? But he would have recognized you anyways. You look exactly like your Muma.
Boyubut pai gatawa. Ya you
That's cute.
There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Looper Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end.
Tuluya. Uto lula. Come reaper.
He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have.
Cantita duela bofo.
It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land.
What's at stake?
Utun poputowe. Come reaper. Ewe bobuye.
The impending threat of the World Eaters bringing down the Tree of Life is ever so close. He also worries about the Jagni tribe that's actively working for a doomsday and purging of the world.
Befarbihita untukub kirko ayamu aya.
Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.
Ooh, flashback. Way back in the moment.
Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a
So
hike
cool,
here
very
from the village.
See, that
He
reminds me
wonders
of
if
like
your
road
Mooma
hogs
knows
from
you are here.
TMNT and Other Strangeness. Like little things like that. I hope I told her.
You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even the young forget. He understands why you came all the way out here, to see them, the potato people. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life.
Potato people is better.
You might be right. Like potatoes, they're packed with energy, an excellent source of ki. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. He says you should get over there and ruffle it. See if you can make one come out of hiding.
I love the ability to run on all fours. That is so awesome.
You found one. You should be proud. They don't come out for everyone. The Nono's ki energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow into a tree of life. Only time will tell. At least his intention is to dedicate his life to it. He has the feeling the fate of the world depends on it. You'll need to support the tree for a long time to come. The only way it'll grow tall is with the burst of ki released from the Nono as they become one with the tree. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono are sensitive beings, an embodiment of ki, the
I
primal
apologize I'm
energy.
not talking that much, but I want to get what the story's about. Glitch there. The no-no.
You
I beat
handle
that
that
thing with a
net
net.
like you've never done anything else. He's impressed.
I'm impressed you beat that little potato.
He's grateful for all the help he can get. There's lots of Nono out there that need to be guided to the roots of the Pensai tree. They're hiding in the glitter grass that mostly grows deep inside damp caves, where they draw mineral from the natural rock. One day, he hopes the tree will have grown tall enough to sustain the world. But Today, your focus is getting this one to become one with the tree.
Back up to the top. It's a neat looking little place. Oh wow. How do you get back up here so quick?
Now that you've seen the Nono's connection with the tree with your own eyes, you have no reason to doubt. From this day on, he'll make nurturing the Pensai into a tree of life, a life goal, not only for our village's sake, but for all of us, everyone. One day, the land won't be as peaceful. Not even your Muma will be able to protect us. You can already see the effects from how reckless those before us acted, and unless something changes, we're doomed. The land won't survive the side effects of the old world's industrial advances.
Boring first episode, so
He says you better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. You did good here today.
Shouldn't make her worry.
No, she's got lots on her mind and needs rest after the raid last night on the Lupin camp with her disciples. Wonders if they let the Predator family live or not.
In the flashback.
He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow. He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the Tree of Life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived.
World Eaters.
The genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse that Toxinol Corporation inflicted on the land set the World Eater's DNA into overdrive. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Knocker has tamed the Mutant and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own.
But I apologize for the sound of the fan. I'll do my best.
He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved. His friends have prepared something specific for each World Eater. The Mekton, the Octopod, the Mutant, and the Goo Glide are almost ready to ride.
Not too much
Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
Ah, the net. do.
You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters.
Awesome. Okay, folks. I'm gonna pause it right here. And this is where we're going to end this episode. And we will jump back into it in the next one. So, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, it's a little bit boring, but we got the tutorial stuff out of the way, and hopefully next episode we jump right into the action. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you got something to say, please leave a comment. I love reading them. I love getting back to everybody. And if you're new around here and you enjoyed this or any of the other episodes that YouTube is recommending down below, please hit subscribe. And if you hit that little bell icon, you'll be notified whenever there's a new episode. So anyway, until next time, thanks for watching. Keep being rad and stay dorky.